Hello, welcome to Back to Coding. For a better understanding of this video, I highly recommend you to check out the previous video or the complete playlist in the description below. Today we'll be talking about what are threads, what are the types of threads and the need of it. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and a bell icon so that whenever I publish a video, you get notified instantly about it. Think about what your app has to do when it opens a database. It first needs to go searching through the flash to find the database file. If the database file isn't there, it needs to go create a blank database. Then it needs to run all of the SQL commands to create tables inside the database and any initial data it needs. Finally, it needs to fire off some queries to get the data out of there. That takes time. For a tiny database like the one used in the Coffee app, it's not a lot of time. But as the database gets bigger and bigger, that time will increase and increase. Before you know it, your app will be slower. There is not a lot you can do about the speed of creating and reading from a database, but there is a lot you can do to prevent it slowing up your interface. The big problem with accessing a slow database is that it can make your app feel unresponsive. To understand why, you need to think about how threads work in Android. Since Lollipop, there are three kinds of threads you need to think about. First, the main thread. This is the real workhorse in Android. It listens for intents, it receives touch messages from the screen, and it calls all of the methods inside your activities. Second, the render thread. You don't normally interact with this thread, but it reads a list of requests for screen updates and then calls the low-level graphics hardware to repaint the screen and make your app look pretty. Third, all of the other threads that you create. If you are not careful, your app will do almost all of its work on the main event thread. Why? Because it's the main event thread that runs your event methods. If you just drop your database code into the onCreate method, then the main event thread will be busy talking to the database instead of rushing off to look for any events from the screen or other apps. If your database code takes a long time, users will feel like they are being ignored. So the trick is to move your database code off the main event thread and run it in a custom thread in the background. Don't forget to check my other videos which can be helpful to you.